There's been a lot of pressure on this job. Seems everybody wants work done faster and cheaper these days. One way to do the best we can without compromising safety is through strong safety leadership. It's really the key to being an effective supervisor in mechanical construction. Good safety leadership starts with being a really effective communicator. Strong communication is the foundation for everything you do to create a safety culture. The leadership skills you need for mechanical construction safety are the same skills you need for leadership in other areas of your job, and all of them lead right back to strong communication. This means leading by example, relationship building, mentoring, demanding safety excellence, taking great care of your employees, and effectively handling difficult personalities. It really comes down to what you're communicating to the people you work with and how that communication takes place. I've been working on safety leadership skills with Matt, one of our newest supervisors. He's got a lot of natural ability when it comes to leadership, but he's still learning. And so am I, for that matter.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Matt.
Sorry I'm late. Hey, I ran into Mike Collins, the GC safety director. He wants to stop by and say something to the crew during our safety meeting this morning.
Not a problem. Do you know what he wants to talk about?
No, he was in a hurry and didn't say. Why are you putting all your stuff on? We're not going back out to the job site till after the meeting, right?
No, I know. But I want the guys to see me wearing this. They won't know I've just come from the trailer. Just one of the many ways we can lead by example. Believe me, these guys will be watching every move we make as supervisors. Come on. Hey, Grandpa. How's that grandson of yours?
He's wearing me out, Pete, but he's a great kid.
Yeah, did he catch anything last weekend?
Yeah, it took him a little while, but once he got the hang of it, I couldn't keep that hook baited fast enough for him.
He's a lucky kid to have you and Gina looking out for him.
Thanks. I appreciate hearing that. I'll see you in the meeting in a few minutes. I gotta make a quick call.
All right, man.
Wow, I've never seen that side of him before. He was really nice to you. How'd you get to know him so well?
I make it a point to try to get to know everyone. You can't imagine how far it goes once they realize you care about them. If they know you've got their back, they'll have your back too.
He's got a lot of respect for you. I can see you have a great relationship with him. Boy, I wish I did. We had a huge run-in first thing this morning.
Really? What happened?
Well, we had an uncomfortable discussion over a safety issue. He and Carl were planning to finish up the piping on 2 first thing this morning. But last night, the masons left some big trash piles right under where they were working. Well, I was afraid they would start a fire, so I told them to move up to 3. He was upset with me because they'll have to move their gear up to 3, then bring it all the way back down to finish up on 2. I stood my ground, though. When he started up, I cut him off and told him to get going. He did what I told him to, but he just wasn't very respectful.
Jimmy's got a lot on his mind these days, Matt. You know why I asked about his grandkid? Kyle just moved in with him and his wife, Gina. That's a big change. Having to raise a grandchild, he's still adjusting to it. The other thing you have to keep in mind is, if you want Jimmy's respect, you're going to have to earn it. He's been a pipe fitter for 25 years. He's seen just about everything out here.
Would you have handled it differently? I mean, there's no way I could let them weld over those scrap piles.
Well, did you ask him if he had any ideas about a safe way to get the work done? He's been doing this so long, I can guarantee you he'd already thought it through. Sounds like you didn't even give him a chance to propose a solution. Listen, if you treat these guys with respect, stay humble, and let them know that you're willing to learn from them, they'll respect you for it. The best thing to do is learn the different types of personalities you're working with and figure out which approach works best with each one of them. I've known Jimmy a long time. In his case, he probably only needed a chance to propose a solution to the problem.
I see what you mean. Sounds like I better have another chat with him. Thanks, Pete.
That's my pleasure. I had a couple of good mentors along the way myself. That's the thing about safety leadership. All of us supervisors have to be good mentors, too. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Pete. Hey, Matt.
Brad?
How's it going over there in the atrium?
Good, good. Hey, I'm just trying to figure out how to safely access a part of the ceiling over there. See, I can't get the lift up high enough because of that big duct. Got any ideas?
Yeah, we run into this all the time. I'll see if I can get a scaffold in there for you this afternoon.
Okay.
Do me a favor, though.
Sure.
Find one of our qualified scaffold guys to help you. And if you can't find one, let me know.
Okay.
Great. You're doing a great job for us, Brad.
Hey, thanks, Pete. I'll see you in a few.
All right.
See you, Matt.
Now that's mentoring.
Being a good mentor is just being a good teacher and a good motivator. It's about all there is to it.
All right, can I have everyone's attention? Most of you know Mike Collins. He's the GC safety director on this project. He's got something he'd like to say to you.
Thanks. First off, I've got some good news. I want to congratulate all of you for doing a really good job on safety. I wish all of our subs had a safety culture like yours, and I especially want to thank you, Pete.
I appreciate it, Mike, but I spend most of my time in the trailer. These are the guys who are getting it done.
Well, we really do appreciate it. I do have one slight criticism, though. There's a bunch of empty acetylene cylinders stacked up outside of one of your storage trailers. They're not secured in place, and anybody walking by wouldn't have any idea whether they're full or empty.
I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. We'll get right on it.
Okay, great. Well, thanks again, and you're all making a big difference on this project.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Did one of you guys pay him off or something? I don't believe this. I've known Mike 10 years, and he never gives anybody a pat on the back. I'm serious. Way to go. Great job. Lunch is on me tomorrow. Okay, this afternoon, we have to get as much knocked out in the atrium area as possible. Does anyone need anything that you don't have to get the job done? And when I say done, I mean completed safely. Okay, great. I know better than to tell you how to do your jobs, but a couple of things to remember. The electricians are doing a lot of hoisting up there. Please watch out for it and stay away from it. Also, the carpenters are still cutting a few holes in the floor. They've been reminded to cover the holes as soon as they cut them, but keep an eye out and let us know right away if you see any uncovered holes. If you have any problems, get on the phone and let Matt know right away. And if you can't reach Matt, call me. Between the two of us, we'll get you what you need. Also, I know we've run into some unique challenges in the atrium. Brad and I just tackled one issue this morning. As you're working, if you have any ideas about how we can get it done safely, we're all ears. Okay, that's it. Watch each other's backs out there. Everybody goes home tonight in one piece.
Hey, Eric, would you please take care of those loose cylinders by the trailer?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, thanks. Let me know if you have any problems. I learned a lot at that meeting. I noticed you gave all the credit to the crew for the safe work efforts, but took on the GC's criticisms yourself. You didn't even know about the acetylene cylinders, did you? They weren't there when I came in this morning.
Nah, I didn't know about them. But I'm glad you had Eric take care of it right away.
So why didn't you let the crew take the heat for it?
Well, it's just another part of safety leadership. The crew has to know that we have their backs.
I also realized that you gave them clear directions about what had to be done today and reminded them about a couple of safety concerns, but you didn't tell them how they had to do their jobs. You didn't try to micromanage them.
It's always important to be sure you know exactly what you want done before you start giving directions. Worst thing you can do is waffle. That gives the impression that you're not competent or you're not prepared. Even though it may not be true, that impression will stick and you'll lose credibility. You already know that some people are going to need a little more help than others, but most of the crew knows how to do the work safely every bit as well as we do, and a couple of them have more experience than both of us combined. Micromanaging would make them feel like we don't trust them to do their jobs. If they need any help, they'll let us know. Otherwise, we'll just keep an eye on them to make sure they don't forget about doing their jobs safely.
Speaking of compromising safety, I'm having a tough time with Craig Stevens. He's got the potential to be a really good fitter, but he thinks he knows everything, and he hates taking orders. I made it really clear to him last week that he has to secure the B tanks even when he's using them. He thinks they only have to be secured when they're being stored, so he's been ignoring our requirements.
The hardest part about being a supervisor is managing the different personalities. We need to get Craig to see things our way because he wants to, not because he has to. Let's track him down, see what he's up to. Hey, Craig.
Pete, Matt?
You been out on your four-wheeler much lately?
Not really. I haven't had a lot of spare time, but I'll make up for it in the fall.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Listen, I was just wondering if you had any ideas about how we might work around that atrium without putting anybody in a hazardous fall situation.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it since the safety meeting. I worked a similar job last year. I could stop by and show you how we did it.
Oh, that'd be great. We'll just meet you up there afterwards. Oh, and I saw on the way in your B tank isn't secure.
Yeah, I'm not even using it in here, and I have to move it around all the time.
Yeah, believe me, I know, but we got to do it. OSHA just cited a mechanical just a few blocks from here for the same reason. And it really is a big safety issue.
I thought we only had to secure them if we're storing them.
Nope, hold time.
I'll grab you a cart.
I'll take care of it right away, no problem.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yep.
So you built him up a little first.
Well, I guess you could say that, but that's not how I think of it. We really do need his help in the atrium. And even with the most difficult personalities, if you let them know that they matter, they just naturally become more cooperative.
Safety leadership really doesn't seem all that complicated. May take some time to get good at it, though.
Well, you don't become a great leader overnight. But once the crew sees you genuinely care about them, it gets a lot easier. Make sure that they see you're really passionate about your job and that you see a big part of your job as keeping them safe. If you do that, stay honest, dependable, and do what you say you're going to do, the rest of it will fall into place.
I get it. It's just as much about how I communicate as it is what I'm trying to communicate. To be good leaders in safety excellence and the other parts of our jobs, we have to lead by example, take the time to build relationships with our coworkers, mentor those who need it, demand safety excellence, take great care of the crew, and learn how to effectively handle different types of personalities.